Tonight's boxing action proudly brought to you by Madison Sport.
He can taste victory. Oh, hang on. Straight left, drop the peach. He moves in. He can smell blood. Oh, Wilson says bring it on. Get up, get up. Oh, look at this, smoke. He's moving in, Brick. Oh, hang on. He's caught Cole with the right hand. He moves in. He can smell blood.
Here we are at the weigh-in with the Paul Briggs Undercarn crew, and we all know who this guy is, Matt Tapar. How you feeling, mate?
Yeah, feeling good. Had a good battle last time, and really looking forward to coming in and doing the 8-rounder this time. I feel it'll suit my style, so really happy with that.
You look great on the scales. He's had a mad haircut. Can't wait to see Matt Tapar back in the ring. Love to have you here.
Thanks, yeah. Great to be back, and looking forward to fighting Matt Amies. His record makes him look like he's a big power puncher, and I like guys who swing hard at me because I just keep coming back harder. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Love your work, mate. Thanks. Back here at the Paul Briggs Hurricane Warning Undercard, and here we have Matt Amies. We've just seen Matt Tapar on the sculls. Matt Amies exactly the same weight. How you feeling, mate?
Yeah, feeling really good. Feeling really fit, so, yeah, looking forward to it.
You've obviously watched Matt Tapar fight before, so you've done your homework?
Yeah, I have. I saw him fight Jeremy. It was a pretty good fight, close fight. So, yeah, I've seen him fight.
Just out of matter of interest, how many amateur fights you have? Very nice amateur boxing style.
Oh, I've had a few. I'm not exactly sure on the count, but probably close to 100. Yeah.
And you can tell this guy will be great to watch. Thanks for being here, mate.
Thanks a lot.
Welcome back to our coverage tonight from the Sleeman Sports Centre. We're only a couple of fights away from our feature event, the Paul Hurricane Briggs v Jose Clavero fight. Looking forward to that immensely. Skinny Hussein won't be too far away, but right now we're going to draw your attention to an 8-by-3-minute junior middleweight contest between Matt Amies and Matt Tapar. So the two Matts square off against each other this evening. Matt Tapar will be fighting out of the blue corner. He's already arrived, Chop.
I love him. He's got his Team Chopper kit on. You've got to go for Matty, haven't you? Oh, he's tough. He does this no rules fighting, mate. If you remember back to the Chermside RSL, the no rules game. That's what he's a champion at. So it'll be very interesting. He's going to be tough. And the other Matt, he can box. This will be a great contest. These guys can fight, they can punch, they can box. We've got a no-ruleser, we've got a great amateur fighter. It'll be very interesting to contrast in styles.
Yeah, I think that no doubt Amy's just a little bit taller and probably will have the advantage of just a slightly longer reach. But Matty Tapar, he is full of courage. Now living in Beenleigh, I think he's doing a bit of bar work on the side at downtown Macaulay's Bar, and I think there's a few locals that have made their way across from Macaulay's to be here tonight at the Sleeman.
He's been sparring down at Logan with Chris McCullin, so that's a fair indication that he's doing some training.
You're spot on. I didn't recognise him when he first came round the corner here. He slimmed right down in his face, even so. He looks a different fella, and the haircut, well, strike a light.
He's in great nick, and the haircut's a gem.
He's changed the haircut a bit, hasn't he?
It's great.
Ooh,
looks like a boxer now.
Team Chopper look.
It's exactly.
Amy's arrives right into the face of Tapar there with a great straight left hand.
He's a terrific boxer with a very lengthy amateur career, Matthew Amies.
I refereed his fight down in Coffs Harbour not too long ago. Chopper, and gee, he's a good fighter, this young kid. He fought young Ricky Nelson down there and won by technical knockout in the second round. And that's Matty Amies in the silver chunks with the black band and piping, and of course Matt Tapar, very durable, no rules fighter, kickboxer, professional boxer, just loves all sorts of combat sport, and what a lovely young guy outside the ring.
Thank heavens.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to. Oh,
beautiful body shots.
I think that's always going to be the issue here tonight. The equation is that while Matty Tapar is very game, very durable, the speed of hand and of course the effectiveness, the ring generalship of Matty Amies having that such a long amateur career is always going to leave him in good stead.
Well, Amies is just going to simply control the ring, jab, and then follow it up when at all possible with a very, very powerful right hand, which, of course, Gavin Salquest was on the wrong end of when we saw him last. That fight not lasting all that long.
This is a title fight, remember, Mark, so it's going to be an 8-rounder. So they're pacing themselves. Round one, they've got 8 long 3-minute rounds in front of them. So that's why the pace is a little slower.
Absolutely, 24 minutes of actual fighting time. But Matty Amey's just controlling centre ring, and when Matty Tipar came in, he was met with a barrage of punches to the body, just as we saw there.
Matty Tipar's thinking, how do I get inside this mad left jab?
Yeah.
I come inside and I get whacked to the body.
Matty wants to bring him down. He wants to get him down into his level of fight, doesn't he? You know, get him in close and where he can work him over. He's been beaten on the outside here. Oh,
and when he gets in tight, Brad, he gets a barrage to the body like we just saw.
Middleweight title on the line. This is round number 3.
And of course, Matty Amey's is actually using all the centre ring. Oh, look at the blistering hand speed by Matty Amey's, really confusing Matty Tipar. You must feel for Matt Tipar. I mean, he's a warrior. He fights anybody. No one's exempt. He'll fight anyone. He's just up against it here, being beaten by a more youthful, faster, speedier fighter.
And Chop, I've just got a feeling that Amez is fighting within himself at the moment. I got a hunch that there's a fair bit more that we haven't seen just yet.
I don't know if he's gone 8 rounds before, has he? Has Matthew Amey's gone? Yeah, there you go.
Only gone 6.
It's uncharted territory, those last 2. So this isn't a bad ploy. Go out there, get my 6 done. If I still feel good.
Good right.
Gee, wasn't that a good right by Matty Tipar? Straight on the chin, but Matty Amey's wore it. And I just think that the power is with Matt Amey's. But let me tell you, he's not going to have to go and fight. Oh, Matty Tipar fights back. It's better. Double-handed attack there.
Get him in the trenches and
there
just hammer away.
Yep,
Beautiful.
He's starting to get back into it now, whether he can maintain that momentum. So he's done all his good work. He stands there watching and letting Matty Amey's come back on top of him.
I don't think Matty Amez is too bothered by anything really that Ogan's thrown at him so far.
I think you're right, Mark. He's a magnificent boxer, this Amez.
How balanced is he? You know, he's very well balanced. The only time he went 6 rounds, he lost on a split decision to Damien James, who's not a bad little fighter. That fight was down in Port Kembla in New South Wales. And
Bernie McFadden trained Matthew Amez. Well, Bernie's been around since Noah's Ark.
Yeah, the Silver Fox.
Oh.
Well, the Grey Fox, I think they call him. He's gone from silver to grey, but he knows there's not much he doesn't know about the sport.
I reckon I've forgotten. He's forgotten more than I'll ever know.
Look at that double right hand to the solar plexus, right hand to the side of the head.
That's a beautiful left hand. His right hand hasn't moved off his chin.
Matt not having... Oh, we better just use their surnames here. I'm not confusing just myself, but every other bugger. And there's something behind that jab as well, Chop. Even despite the fact that Tipar had both hands up to try and protect his melon, he was still able to penetrate. It's just poking straight through.
He's not throwing one jab at a time. It's 2, 3s, 4s. He's tripling up on it.
Yeah, you've picked that up early, Mark, and that's what's actually happened. He is he's throwing punches in bunches, and that's what's keeping Matty Tipar on the back foot. He's still trying Matty Tipar. He'll still be trying at the end of when the bell goes to the end of this fight.
Phil Austin is our referee for this.
We can't miss Phil Austin in those yellow boots of his.
He's the bit of Michael Jackson in Phil, is there?
He is.
He's a closet disco goer, is he?
Well, I haven't seen him dance, but he moves around all right. He moves around the ring okay. Now, Phil. We get back to the action, and Matty Tipar is still up against it. He's having a bit of a go. He's starting to throw that right hand over the left lead of Matty Amey's now. Oh, look at that beautiful left lead.
Straight and hard.
It's a piercing left jab, and he doubles up, then he triples up.
And look, if there's anyone watching at home wanting to watch how someone can control the fight from centre ring, use a nice left lead, a copybook left lead and a copybook left hook, watch Matt Amy's. There it is again. Got a cult following, Matt Tipar, around the country on all the internet sites, and he's very, very well liked, and so too, you know, deserved too, because he is a warrior and he is a nice guy and he comes to fight.
And tough as teak.
Oh. Would you be cutting him off on the road? So I'm going to punch your lights out. Yeah, of course you are.
He'd probably give you a smile, so you're sweet, bro.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what.
Body work of Matty Amy's. He turns up the wing a little bit now.
Yeah.
Well, that's 7
Nice
unanswered
work
punches.
Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. And I've missed a couple,
If
according to Chop.
Yep. And look...
Well, I ran out of fingers. I got a pen in one hand.
Now, let me
I was
make a
counting with
statement
the
here,
other.
boys, and being a professional judge, if this round continues to go and Matt can't stem that flow, this is staring down a barrel of a 10-8 round. Yeah, as I see it at the moment, it's looking at a 10-8 round. I'd like to see Matty Tipar start to, you know, get a little bit back and be a little bit more aggressive, because Matty Amy's is just having his way with him at the moment, virtually punching him at will and just doing what he wants to do. So composed. For a kid that's had just 5 fights as a professional.
He was able to protect himself for most of that, but rest assured 1 or 2 of them must have got through somewhere, because he threw enough of them. And everything that Tipar's trying at the moment, it's not working.
Well, unfortunately, Mark, he's got to stand toe-to-toe and get in tight with him. He just can't get under that jab.
Yeah. He's got it fair in his face, and he's had it there from the word go.
Again, with Matty Tipar, there's no lateral movement. That's probably from his kickboxing and his other martial arts that tend to make you a little bit square on.
I think Phil might have been tapping as well, too.
Yeah, no doubt he was.
I saw Chris
Now-
McCullum give some instructions to Matt Depay, Mark, and he said, throw the right hand. Well, he's come out and thrown 30 of them in the first 2 seconds.
Yeah, he has.
He's got to throw the bomb right hand. He's got to land a shot on him somewhere.
Did you pull it up as a 10-9, or did you end up going with
I scored at the 10-8 round.
10-8?
Yeah, 10-8 round for that round, and because I see Matty Amy's as totally dominant in that round, and there wasn't a lot coming back from Matty Tipar. There is this round. It's a bit closer now. Matty Amy's is certainly winning the round by clearer punches and effective aggression, but Matty's having his moments there as he moves back into Matty Amy's again. Oh, he's a game warrior, isn't he, Chopper?
That's what he's got to do, though. He's got to stand chest to chest and hammer and take away that reach advantage that Amy's has got.
I wonder whether he has a concern about whether he's fit enough to do that. I mean, I think he's fit enough. I know I've seen him fight so many times. He is fit enough to do it. Maybe there's a mental doubt in his mind that he just can't work at that pace, that work ethic that he needs to.
Oh, the right lead was good. Chop, the 2 and 3 left hands that go out continually. That there is very, very difficult to do, isn't it?
It just shows, to me, it shows a great amateur background, because that's how you score points and win fights in amateurs.
Absolutely.
You keep sticking that left hand out and you keep racking up the points, you win the fight.
Absolutely.
And that's what they bring to the professional ranks.
And it really leaves you in such good stead, Chopper, doesn't it? You know, like, he's so composed. Have a look. This kid, you'd swear he's had 20 or 30 professional fights. He's going to take a lot of beating, this young guy, at junior middleweight.
Yeah, well, for Matt Tipar tonight, he's been a real handful, and he's dominated. We're up to the 5th round now, folks. Probably just a shade over midway through it. And it would take something extraordinary for Tipar to be able to turn things around at the moment. Amy's just doing as he pleases, and he is the chap that's standing right in the middle of the ring and dictating terms.
And from the very first bell, Matty Amy's walked out there, settled into a rhythm, settled into a pace, controlled the pace and dictated the pace of the fight. As we see referee Phil Austin just warning Matty Tipar about holding a little bit, because he's trying to nullify Matty Amy's by getting in and holding. But the fighter who settles down first and gets into a rhythm and gets into a pace is most likely the fighter who's going to win the fight. Chopper, you said earlier, you look like he's fighting within himself, and he hasn't he? This whole, you know, for 5 rounds so far, he has fought within himself, and he looks like he can bring it up another gear, doesn't he?
You see shades of it?
You do. Yeah.
You see shades of a real good fast hands like here. And this is what Matty Tapei's got to do. He's got to fight ugly.
He enjoys it. He enjoys that type of mauling tactic, doesn't he?
He's got to do it though, Mark. He's beaten on reach, he's beaten on speed. He has to do something, and mauling's his go.
What did we do there, boys? I'm chalking up at 10-9.
Absolutely.
That's the caper, with 2 to go.
Yep, 10-9 on my unofficial scale. I think the card Chopper's got exactly the same as well. I think 60-53 after the end of 6 rounds. It's a decisive victory to Matty Amy so far.
It's a terrific advantage to have as well, isn't it, lads? Just that extra couple of inches, and to be able to stand there and know that, you know, if you throw and possess the left hand like he's got, you know you've got that little bit of extra reach. You can control it if you're good enough, and he is good enough. And
he's got the confidence to do, you know, as we spoke before, Mark. You know, having the tools in the bag, but knowing when to use them and how to use them is another thing. And he has got them, and he's displayed them all tonight, which is beautiful to see.
Matt Tapei's starting to throw a few bombs. He knows it's the second last round of the fight. He's got to virtually ice young Matthew Amies to win.
He does, yeah. He's got to try and stop Matty Amies, which is a pretty hard task, I dare say.
Break. Just try and keep this tight.
But Mark, I think you've hit it on red. My recommendation to Chrissy McCullen and Matty Tapar and Justin and all the boys down there is you bring him back down to welterweights. Not a lot of difference. 66.68 kilograms welterweights, 10 stone 7 in the old language, 147 pounds compared to junior middleweight, 69.85, 154 pounds or 11 stone in the old language. So it's, I think that'll suit him a lot better. And there'll be a lot more fights for him, Chopper, too, at that weight.
Yep, for sure. And if junior middles and middleweights can't hurt him, then welterweights won't hurt him.
Not a chance, exactly. And that will also bring him back into the picture because his punching power will come up again because he's fighting guys of his own weight. See, Matty Amies weighed 69.50 last night. He'll be 73 kilos now.
All day, absolutely, yep.
But Matty Tapar weighed a similar weight, but I'll guarantee you he's not more than a kilo over what he's weighed because that's the way he is.
You can just see that in the ring. He's just bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
Break. Step back. Okay, Matt, you're holding too much now. Okay. Spot.
I don't know, boys, if you've caught one that T-Par's caught, it's hurt him, really hurt him. Do you think he's been really hurt out there? I don't think he has. No. Has he?
No, he's just been picked off.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that a little earlier on. Matty Tapar has not been physically or in any danger of being stopped by Matty Amies, and vice versa, you know. So he's just been picked off. He's just been, you know, he's having difficulty with his hand speed, his foot speed, and his generalship all over the ring, and he's controlling the ring. But Matty, look, there he is again, Chopper. He's just at it, isn't he?
He's just got to fight him in the trenches, hasn't he?
He's a dog in a bone, isn't he? He doesn't want to give up.
We've got Cryosco, the Kiwis behind us here. Oh, and the overhand right was all right, boys, as you just turned around there. He just lobbed one on Matty Amies, but he just shook it off. And the little warrior...
Great to see that kind of respect, isn't it?
Oh, it's great. Round. Good sportsmanship by these two young guys. 2 stars of tomorrow.
Well, on several occasions already in this fight, T-Par has just nodded and winked and indicated to Amies, "Oh, too good there, mate."
Yeah, no, I think that's something that I like. I like sportsmanship in this. You know, they're not enemies; they're opponents. You know, and some of these guys get carried away with this growling and snarling and, you know, pulling faces and that. I don't like all that stuff. You know,
it's rubbish.
Sport's hard enough as it is. You know,
mate, a classic example of that was Mundine Green. They almost hugged going into the last round.
It was beautiful to see, wasn't it? Yes, and with that hug, and they tapped each other on the backside, going, and that ended 5 years of bitter rivalry.
Yep.
And if 2 sportsmen at the top of their tree like that can do it, you know, so can these guys.
So can these guys.
Well, he's still trying, Matty Tapar. He throws a right hand followed by the little left hook, and
he loves this Tapar.
Yeah. He's in his element, isn't he?
Yeah, for those that haven't seen him fight, that would be here tonight and watch the first maybe 2-3 rounds, there probably could have been a few side wagers getting around the table saying, "Yeah, you'll finish him. This won't last 8. This won't last 8." us with the benefit of having some intimate knowledge now about what kind of character he possesses. We knew probably it'd be another yarn, and it's turned out to be that. Oh, it was a good right hand, wasn't it? Terrific.
He just walked straight onto that, didn't he?
Oh, and he's given one back.
You give me one, I'm going to give you one straight back, Matty Tipar says.
Right.
That's got rid of any doubts over both of their chins.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, he's enjoying himself in there, Matt Tipar. I say, there's that clubbing right hand again.
Right.
Probably need to throw a few more of those in round one.
Yeah, exactly. He might have sort of, the tide of that fight can change, you know, when those little things happen.
Well, Matty Amies doesn't want to jump in anymore. He's just taken 2 clubbing right hands.
Well, I think Matty Amies knows that he's won 7 out of 7 rounds so far. He doesn't want to take any unnecessary chances because he knows Matty Tipar's a willing opponent, and the only way he's going to stop is when the bell goes for the last round.
Yeah, he hasn't given Matty Tipar too many chances to hurt him.
Tell you what, that was a fair shot that Amies hit him with, and he just shook it off.
It did. I'd like to just see Matty Tipar just with a little bit of upper body movement, left and right, and try and sort of confuse his opponent, try and put him off balance a little bit.
I think it's that kickboxing cage thing background.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't have much lateral movement, do they?
No, they don't. They can't afford to because they need to keep their balance.
So we're into the dying stages, lads, of a very enjoyable fight, to say the least.
This is a close, hard round. Matty Amies is winning the round, but not by much. Matty Tipar's really taken it up to him. Look at him. He's hit Matty Amies more than he has in any other round in this fight.
Yeah, that's great. That's an awesome
good
fight.
effort.
Good stuff. Solid finish and a big smile on the face of Tipar. He'll be quick to get over and shake hands with Bernie McFadden. And likewise with Amies over there to have the opposing coach take his mouthpiece in the shape of Chris McCullen.
Amies, 80. Tipar, 74. Derek Millam scored the fight, 80. 72. Alan Simpson scored the fight, 79. 73, and all in favour of the winner and Queensland Junior Middleweight Champion, red corner, Matt Amies.